because they said that something about that butterflies, they go into a cocoon, but then when the cocoon opens, you spread your wings, and that's what it meant for depression. And Angel, stop now. And
So now, and I know that you sent prayer cloths to the 9 victims of the shooting in South Carolina.
right,
Yes.
and I had we blessed all of those of the South Carolina victims. We did the most present one was to send it to Jimmy Kimmel because of his child when it was born. I think many of you saw that on TV. Was the heart, something was wrong with the heart, and he could have died. And I sent 2 prayer cords to his wife and him through Mr. Ritter of Channel 7 News. He offered to mail it off for me.
And you also sent prayer cloth when we had the shooting of the police officer and a young man here in Jersey City.
Right, yes, and I sent that to Mayor Phillips' office at the time when we lost our own police officer. And then there was the other police shooting, I think it was Dallas, Texas, where I sent 14 prayer cords to there, and those were blessed as well. And
I remember when I first came to St. John's, you sent a bunch of prayer cloths. I was able to get them to a chaplain at a military base in New Jersey, and the chaplain assured me that he would share them with recruits that were being deployed to go overseas, and it was very much a comfort to those men who were going overseas that someone they could have this little prayer cloth that they could put in their pocket or in their bag, and it was just really helpful for them to know that there was someone praying for them and that people cared about them. And the chaplain felt it was really something a good thing that he could offer to people who were maybe experiencing some fear about going into war, going away from their families and out of the country. So your work, Fran, is very amazing. I know that it's a signature part of our evangelism program at St. John's because we give the prayer cloths to new members and to visitors and put them in our bags and that we give out in the community. So you remember about your confirmation that you did it under Pastor Peeler. And what was the church like back then? How old were you when you got confirmed?
I was doing the adult time because my parents received it too at that same time. Well, there was a lot of family. It was very family oriented, and my brother he loved the Wednesdays with the football, the basketball, and Pastor Peeler would let 3 of his friends always came over there as well. They were always welcome there, and they always would talk about that. And while my brother was with Pastor Peeler, I was always with Lucy Peeler doing the crocheting or playing Scrabble in the house, and there was.
So there was something generally for everybody in the family at the church at that time, right? So now you were mentioning that you don't know if you would have been able to get through this last decade or so without your faith. How important has that been for you as you've experienced all of these physical challenges and psychological challenges?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's been really very challenging. I'm on like a roller coaster with depression. You can have your good days, and then you can wind up being depressed for several days, and you just shut out sort of things. And sometimes you say things that you don't really mean, but you get with me. I bottle everything up, and then it'll just explode at something very simple, and it triggers. And that wish people have to know that, understand depression, and that we bottle it up, and it's hard to explain. But having at least knowing that people love you, or even a kind word does motivate me or encourages me, even just to say I love you, or even though when I'm at the worst point of different things, just to say that it encourages me, and that's all I ask for. I don't ask, for much, or just to hear those words. And I really had hoped that my experience, I was hoping to make a difference and to help others, but the situation, I don't think I know it's not going the way that I really originally had planned.
Nothing ever goes the way we planned it, but you're doing a tremendous lot, especially for someone in your situation. Listen, I know that I visit, as much as I can, but I know also other people visit you. How important is that? And can you talk about how the church at large has supported you?
But there was I don't know if I should mention names, but there's several that I really started out getting really close to, that it wasn't, and without them, I don't think I would have really come this far without them motivating me, either through Facebook sometimes. Well, it seems to be that's the most thing we
Thank
use.
God for Facebook, right? Because you can stay in touch with people.
And I've been in touch with people out of the state that motivate me as well, and I've been friends with them for a long time. And
but then there are people
too.
here in the community and other church people like Kathy and Angela and Julie that come by and visit. Crystal.
Elaine has come too, and without them, I don't think I would not have gone this far, especially this past week, without all of this.
Right. Yeah. And things affect you even more so sometimes than they affect other people. Like if there's a power outage or something like that, it affects you because you depend on your cameras and your computers and things like that for services and to communicate. So whereas I can go out and get services, you're here and you're kind of bound to what you have access to. So it is important, and I know that things affect you in a different way. I just don't want to miss the opportunity to show off your handiwork that you've done for us for the 500th anniversary. This is these Luther Rose centerpieces that Fran has made for us, and people really appreciate them. We've been putting them on our tables for our 500th anniversary events, and these are made by Fran. I just showed her a picture, and she was able to design them and form a pattern, and it has not been easy. It takes a lot of work, but she is very, very skilled, and we certainly appreciate the effort that she put into producing these beautiful pieces for us, and we treasure them. People really love them. So thank you, Fran, for your time, and we're really happy to have you participate in this project. You are uniquely gifted and a very amazing person. So thank you so much.
Thank